So I think a lot of us are saying, you know, I want to eat better, but let's face it, with eating fruits and vegetables, salads, there's a lot of prep work. And one of the things you have to do is you have to wash your lettuce. Now, I know maybe you've gone to the store and you get the lettuce in the bag and it says right on the front, pre-washed, pre-washed. I want you to do something for me. I want you to take that pre-washed salad bag, I want you to open it up, and I want you to pour it in, and I want you to pour some water in, and then I want you to take that out, and I want you to look at the water. It's pre-washed, but it's not clean. What you need to do, even if it says pre-washed, especially your spinach, is I want you to wash it. So the problem is that then you have, you know, wet lettuce. Well, here is the answer. It's an electric salad spinner and vegetable washer. You're gonna keep this on your counter at all times. Super easy to use. You can see at the top, there's 2 buttons. Button number 1 and button number 2. You just decide, is it a delicate lettuce or is it vegetables? Now, in Wolfgang Puck's restaurant, flagship restaurant in Los Angeles called Spago, he has a commercial size of this, but it's the exact same thing, only a commercial size. So, you know, serving beautiful, you know, organic, you know, salads to all of the patrons, you want to make sure that there's not, you know, gritty and dirt. Well, of course, lettuce grows in the ground. You're going to pick it up, and then, you know, we wash it, and then you put it in a bag, and then you put it in the grocery store. You and I buy it, and it's, oh, it says washed. Okay, I'm just going to eat it. You ever eaten salad, and it's like sort of gritty? Well, I want you to wash it. So here's another little trick. So suppose you buy those bags, and you put it in the fridge, and you think you're going to have it for dinner tonight. You think you're going to eat it right away, but you wait a couple days, and then your lettuce gets a little wilted. So here's a little trick. You take a bowl full of ice water and you put your lettuce in it and it'll come back to life. But now your problem is, now your problem is, right, it is, it's a little cooking hack there. But then you take your lettuce out and now it's sopping wet. Well, you don't want to have wet lettuce. Why? Because you make that delicious homemade dressing. Maybe you're making like a ginger dressing, olive oil and garlic dressing, you know, whatever your favorite is, and you don't want it watered down. So you're gonna take it out of the ice water and you're gonna pop it in here. And then you're gonna push button 1 and then it's gonna spin. All the moisture comes out. It's that centrifugal force spinning it around, the water just comes right out. So the basket in the center, where you've got that basket in the center, it's going to, you just pop the basket out and it has that dry salad. Now, you also, can I take it apart? I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
I hadn't taken it apart yet, so I didn't know, but it's pretty easy.
You seem very knowledgeable about salads.
I am very knowledgeable about salads.
Crew.
So the basket comes out, and then you have this great bowl, and you've got the 4 little guys, they're silicone grips, so it's not gonna move around the table, and then you also get a lid, so you've got that fresh salad that's washed, then you just put a little lid on it, and it goes right in the fridge. So it's all in one. Now, what about, you know, broccoli, you cut up your broccoli and you want to wash it, carrots, anything that you buy, produce, you want to clean it. But let's face it, sometimes we might skip that step because it's not the funnest thing in the world to do. But once you add this to what you have on your kitchen counter, then you're just going to be washing, and then you're going to have lettuce. And once you have that big bowl of delicious, you know, lettuce, maybe you're doing like all different kinds, maybe you put some carrots in there, some cucumbers, then you're more likely to grab it, put it on your plate, put a little, you know, grilled chicken on top. There you have a delicious lunch. Preparation is the key to healthy eating. I can tell you this because I'm not telling you I do it all the time, but I know that when I take the time to prepare, I eat very, very healthy. It's when I don't take the time and I get really hungry and it's like, okay, I gotta go to work in an hour, but I didn't prepare anything. I'm just gonna run and grab something. That's where I get into trouble. So this is one of these steps that you need, you know, just having that delicious salad ready. And so easy, you pop it in, and then you put this guy in, this goes here on the top, then this guy's here, and then you just put this here, very easy, you plug it in, and then and I'm gonna show you just 2 buttons, really simple, 1 and 2. Now here it is in action. We've got like a little video, popping it on, and then you've got that lettuce. And you know, again, when you wash it, it's wet. And you know, how many thousands of paper towels have you used to dry lettuce? You push the button, you see the water flying away from the lettuce, because what happens is it spins and spins and spins, and the lettuce, it's really amazing how dry it comes out, clean and dry. Have you ever had a salad where you've washed the lettuce, you take the paper towels and you okay, I've dried them, then you put the dressing on, you have your salad, you start eating it, the dressing tastes watered down, and then the lettuce tastes wet. That's gonna ruin your salad eating experience, and then you're gonna say, I don't like salads. Well, it may not be that you don't like salads, it may be the way you're preparing the lettuce. So I think this is a steal. At $39.95, we reduced the shipping and handling down to, what's the shipping and handling down to? $4.95, and we have 2 flex payments, so it's under $20 to get home. I think that this would be a really great gift for somebody who's getting married, maybe getting your first apartment, and that happens this time of year. You know, graduation, getting your first apartment, all those kind of steps. Or maybe you're somebody who's just said to yourself, you know what? I'm gonna eat more salad. And you know, like me, I grabbed that bag of salad too, but you've got to wash it. You know, I really want you to eat, but I want you to eat safely. You know, this is a big safety thing, is to wash it. You know, my favorite food in the whole world is, Dan? I think you might be surprised to hear this.
Say again?
My favorite food in the entire world, if you had to guess what it is.
Salad?
No, spinach.
What?
It's 100% true. That's my favorite food in the world.
Well, you are what you are.
I had an aunt when I was growing up that made this homemade cream spinach, which was probably the best thing I've ever had in my life. I love spinach. When you get spinach, even if it says tripled, we ever seen it where it says tripled washed? Well, the reason they have to wash it so many times is because it's, you know, pulled out of the dirt. Even if it's tripled washed in the bag, wash your spinach. Item number 461-725. Gosh, I got really passionate about this today. I just think that it's gonna be one of those great items, and when your friends come over, it's kind of